partners?
Well, howdy partners. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're okay. As you can tell, we have different backgrounds again, if you watched our last video. So that means we're still 3,297 miles away from each other. I'm currently in Cheshire in England.
And I'm currently on Long Island in New York. By the way, I have brown hair now. I'm back to brunette.
She looks so beautiful, doesn't she? Yeah, we're doing what we did last time, guys. Monica is currently on a call with me. Hi, honey. So that's how we like film videos when we're 3,500 miles away from each other.
As we mentioned in our last video, we are going to be kind of reacting to our new MTV show. If you guys did not hear about that, we have an MTV show called Wrong Distance Relationship. It's currently on Snapchat, so if you want to go find it, it'll be there. But we thought it would be really cool if we could react to the episodes, tell you guys a little behind the scenes stuff, and stuff like that.
Basically, the show came out on the 4th of June. If you haven't seen it yet, like Monica said, you can search Wrong Distance Relationship on Snapchat, or just click the link below and we'll put a link in the description so that you can click through to it directly from your phone. Oh, also, let's put a quick snap code up here as well. So, cool, you can scan that. Anyways, we had no idea what it was going to be like. We didn't see it before it went live. So literally some of you guys might have actually seen our own show before us, which is kind of crazy, isn't it, honey?
I don't know about Sam actually, but to speak for myself, I was really nervous for the first episode because we were both like so in the dark. We literally got the trailer the day before, like we didn't see how it was gonna look on Snapchat. We had no idea literally anything that was gonna happen. We just knew when it was coming out and what time. So it was a really big shock to see even just the trailer because that was intense. To see the first episode was kind of like mind-blowing, especially, I don't know about Sam, but to me it was like literally insane. It was such an insane feeling. It felt so MTV, like all the little like animations and stuff, so it was kind of weird to like see our faces on it and stuff.
Some of you guys might be thinking like, yeah, you didn't see the first episode, but you guys filmed it, so obviously you know what was going to be in it. Well, that's true to a certain extent, but the first episode, our portion of the first episode was about 1 minute and 20 seconds long. But for that 1 minute and 20 second long portion, we filmed all day long. So we literally had no idea which parts of what we filmed they were going to keep and delete. We had no idea what it was going to be like whatsoever. We knew, obviously, we were going to be in Central Park, we were going to be having a picnic, we were going to be talking, but actually when we were in Central Park, we were sat down on that grass talking about different things for, what, maybe an hour and a half or so, honey?
And a little behind the scenes thing, because this was our first day filming with them, obviously we were both like really nervous because we didn't know what to expect. Yeah,
do you remember we were waiting just outside Central Park for them to pull up, and they pulled up in like these two like really nice vans, and we were like, oh my gosh, here they are. This is MTV, this is MTV, and we were like freaking out. I was like, you were sat on a bench, and I remember I kept walking around like kicking leaves around. And you were like, Sam, like calm down. I was like, I'm so excited but like really nervous right now.
There was a film crew of like 8 people, so it was a lot more people than I thought. I had no idea how much actually goes into like just filming like a few clips, but again, it was all day that we filmed. Also, a little behind the scenes thingy-majiggy.
A little behind the scenes thingy-majiggy. Look how cute she is, guys.
Stop. When we were walking in Central Park, it was so funny because I don't know if it was like a school trip or like just a bunch of random kids, like it was only like 2 parents and like a whole thing of kids. So we were like walking, they made us like do the whole walking thing and talk, and as we were walking there was like a little fence and there was just kids following us the entire time, like saying, can I have your autograph, are you guys famous, like all these like weird things these kids were screaming at us. So like the MTV producer kind of had to say like, hey, we're trying to film, you guys gotta like go over there, but like they would not leave. We had to refilm that like a few times, so it was really awkward and it kind of felt like a little weird after a while because we're doing the same thing over and over because kids kept interrupting.
Yeah, it kind of felt a bit unnatural because he asked them nicely like 8 times and they still kept like jumping over the fence and running behind the shot and stuff like that, and it was like, you obviously can't be too mean to kids, and it's a public space at the end of the day. But after like 8 times of one of the crew asking them to kind of stop, he started to get a bit mad, so he started yelling at them, and it was kind of funny for us. The other thing is, it was freezing. It was November in New York City in Central Park. What was it in Fahrenheit? Maybe 40 degrees Fahrenheit? It was just freezing, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then they like gave us like a little picnic basket and it had really cute stuff in it. We were so hungry and he had so much cheese. He loves his cheese. So they came through with the cheese.
I'm obsessed with cheese.
we haven't even really talked about what happened in the first episode. So obviously you guys will have to watch it. We're not going to put clips in here. So click the link down below to find the first episode. But anyways, the first episode was us in Central Park, like Sam said, and we had a pretty serious talk and things got a little bit emotional.
Yeah, well, we don't want to give away spoilers because obviously, like, what we talk about is going to be in future episodes, and if you haven't seen this episode yet, then we don't want to give away what's in the actual episode. But yeah, go watch it. We have a picnic in Central Park. We talk about some intimate stuff, and things get a little bit heated, don't they? But one of the pains about living where I live in the middle of nowhere is the internet connection is so bad. Monica and I, every time we FaceTime, we have to cancel it every 5 minutes and try and recall in a different part of the house just so I can get better internet connection. See, she's frozen right now. Oh, look at this. Oh, you unfroze just as I was trying to show it saying reconnecting.
Also, another thing that we talked about in the first episode was basically our introduction. So that's where they sat us down, they made us say our name, how old we are, how we met, all that cute little romantic stuff. So that was really fun, but I was also really nervous for that because that was one-on-one. Well, not like one-on-one, but like a solo with the whole crew. So it was a little bit intimidating, but it was really fun, and after like a few minutes then I felt much more natural with it and I loved it.
Yeah, so Monica went first, and literally Monica's interview lasted like an hour and a half or so. So I was just kind of sat there twiddling my thumbs, and then they called me in for my kind of interview. What an introduction is, guys, is you know when you're watching a reality TV show and you watch the actual show and then it sometimes cuts to clips where it's just the cast members talking to the camera. So that's what the intros were, and we were doing them for about an hour and a half or so. And yeah, Monica went first. I got called in for my interview. They put us in a room. There was like 4 cameras on us, like 4 like huge, high quality, scary cameras on us, like 8 film crew in this tiny room. And I was just kind of sat there, like, I remember how much I was sweating. It was horrible.
Yeah, it was really, really intimidating, but it was so much fun. Like after the first like 5 minutes of me panicking, then it was fun. Also, with the first episode, I thought it was really funny because they had a clip of my dog, and like the second I saw him on MTV, I like kind of freaked out because I was like, wait, what, Bentley? Bentley's an MTV star. I thought that was like really funny that they put a clip of like Bentley kissing my cheek. I thought that was really cute, and I was so happy that he made it into the show.
Talking about kind of how they portrayed us and stuff, I was actually really happy with the way they portrayed us, because it's kind of like, when you generally watch reality TV shows, you kind of feel like a lot of it is kind of pushed to push couples away from each other, if you get what I mean. Whereas I feel like watching the first episode, this is very much like Monica and I are rooting together to make the relationship work, which is obviously it's true. The main kind of struggle in our relationship right now is visas. We cannot legally live together, hence why Monica is in a different continent right now. So I feel like they portrayed a very accurate representation of who we are and our struggles, and the fact that we're actually doing this and we're in this together and we're not actually kind of fighting. We're not one of those kind of drama couples.
Plus, it wasn't like we were forced to have this kind of conversation that we don't really know like what we're talking about. It was a natural conversation because this is something that we actually go through and talk to each other about daily. Like, this is a real thing going on in our life. It made us even more emotional because talking about it and like really venting about it, because obviously we have to talk about it like more, especially because there's more people around and the camera crew. It got like really emotional because it's so real. Like, that's not staged. Like, that was so real. Those emotions were real, and it was hard to talk about that, especially in front of like all these strangers.
And I think the reason it was so emotional, even in front of all the strangers recording us and stuff, is because we haven't really had that conversation before. So when we thought like, wait, we actually need to have this conversation, and we were actually asked the question of how long could we spend apart from each other if we had to, we never really thought about that before. So the emotions were real in that, 100%, weren't they?
Yeah, so it was like scary to watch that back, because it was like, whoa, that was a real conversation and real thoughts that we both had. Like, I didn't know what his answer was going to be, he didn't know what my answer was going to be, so actually hearing him, it was scary.
It is scary. Well, it still is scary until we get a visa. Honey, I feel like we have the perfect relationship apart from the whole visa situation. Like, we would have the absolute perfect relationship if we could legally live together. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that was fun for you to listen to. I hope it kind of gave you an insight into what went on behind the episode and our kind of thoughts on the episode and stuff like that. It really was fun to watch the first episode, and we can't wait to watch the second one. There's 8 episodes in the first season, by the way. All of them are on MTV's Snapchat. So like we said, search Wrong Distance Relationship, scan this snap code here, or if you're on your phone, just just click the link below and that will go directly to the show to watch it.
Let us know if you like these like reaction videos and if you like these behind the scenes information, and we'll continue to do them. And I'm really excited to see the next episode. It's coming out on Tuesday, so get ready.
Yes, also just one more thing, guys. We mentioned in the last video that we're changing up the content and we want to involve you guys a lot more. We want to talk about your struggles, we want to talk about your successes, like we want to give you advice, maybe even book you flights if you can't afford or can't figure out a way to get to each other or whatever. We want to help in any way possible and we want to publicize it, we want to show the world. We created this email address, it's hello@samandmonica.com. We shared it in the last video and we've got so many amazing emails from you guys, so thank you so much for emailing. And if you haven't already and you do want to, please do email, because even if we don't feature your story, we'd love to hear from you. And
we will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. We love you, partners, and we'll see you soon.
I love you, honey. Sorry, bye guys.